Warren's video countdown.
I see why Uncle Curtis is always parked in his chair. I could get used to this, right?
Allen Payne tried to warn us about Tyler Perry, but we didn't listen. His sudden disappearance wasn't just burnout or bad luck. Behind the scenes there were whispers, betrayal, secret blacklists, and a system built to silence anyone who dared to speak out. Now, with lawsuits piling up, celebrities are finally breaking their silence, and fans are starting to connect the dots. Allen's quiet isn't peaceful, it feels like a warning.
A lot has happened to me, for me, in those years. I shot a TV series with Tyler for 20 years.
If what Christian Keys, Monique, and Derek Dixon have been saying is true, then Allen Payne might have been the first to spot the cracks in Tyler Perry's empire. So let's rewind. Early 90s, and on Payne was that guy. Smooth, talented, unforgettable. Born on July 7, 1968, in Harlem, New York. No silver spoon, no industry connections. His parents, Alan Roberts and Barbara Reeves, raised him on hustle and heart. He dreamed of playing professional basketball, but when that didn't work out, he went all in on acting. He trained seriously at HB Studio in NYC, grinding through rejection like every hungry young actor. Then boom, at just 22, he landed the role of Lance Rodman, Charmaine's boyfriend on The Cosby Show. He became an instant fan favorite. From there, Allen popped up on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Malcolm and Eddie, and more. But it was 1991's New Jack City that changed everything. Even sharing the screen with Wesley Snipes, Allen held his own. His performance was iconic. Through the 90s and early 2000s, he kept leveling up. Jason's Lyric, Vampire, and Brooklyn. Even music videos, he did it all. He could play sweet, dark, funny, whatever the role called for. He delivered. Hollywood saw him as both a heartthrob and a serious talent. Then came House of Payne. Cast as C.J. Payne, Allen became the heart and soul of Tyler Perry's hit sitcom.
While he was asleep, Perry climbed into bed with him and tried to initiate. Dixon says he tried to distance himself from Perry, but he was offered a role on Perry's show, The Oval.
Allen Payne was once that guy. From New Jack City to House of Payne, he had talent, presence, and star power. But in 2012, at the height of his fame, he vanished. No press, no roles, just silence. Some said he needed rest. Others whispered about tension on set, a heated walk-off, even a quiet clash with Tyler Perry. Then in 2018, he returned for the House of Payne revival, but something was different. The smile was there, but the spark was gone. His eyes, once fire, looked tired, like a man carrying something he couldn't say. And then the dots started to connect. In 2024, actor Derek Dixon filed a $260 million lawsuit against Perry, accusing him of harassment and manipulation. Christian Keys was named too, allegedly paid off to stay quiet. As these claims surfaced, fans looked back at Payne's exit. His silence didn't feel like peace. It felt like warning. Perry's empire, built on loyalty and tight circles, didn't seem to have room for Payne's distance. He kept off carpets, skipped interviews, and never praised Perry like others did. Some called him private. Others said he didn't fit the mold and paid for it. Payne later spoke about personal loss and spiritual healing. He left Hollywood, turned to wellness, and began teaching others how to heal. But for many, it wasn't just about health. It felt like escape, like survival. There's no proof of a fallout, no lawsuit, no scandal on record. Just a 6-year silence, a visible shift, and a man who returned different. Some say Allen Payne walked away to save his soul. Others believe he saw too much and couldn't speak on it. Either way, his quiet departure may have been the first crack in a much bigger story.
That he showed up to my apartment and offered me $100 grand to take my clothes off. He said, "I don't even need to touch you. I just want to see you naked."
Fans had watched him rise through Black Hollywood, becoming a familiar face in Tyler Perry's plays, films, and TV shows since the early 2000s. But in late 2023, he went live on Instagram and everything changed. He didn't name names, but he didn't have to.
I didn't sell my soul or my... Excuse my French, y'all. I know some of y'all, hopefully y'all have no kids around, but I didn't sell nothing for success.
He spoke about a powerful black billionaire producer who had allegedly harassed him for years, offering him $100,000 to strip, pursuing him after auditions, and inviting him to secluded locations. But when he didn't give in, the energy changed.
I started recording, so I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them.
Fans watched Christian Keys rise through Tyler Perry's empire, plays, films, shows. But in 2023, an Instagram Live changed everything. No names dropped, but none were needed. He spoke of a powerful black billionaire who harassed him for years. Offers of money, invitations to private spaces, crossed boundaries. When he said no, everything shifted. Cold, dismissive, his career slowed. Then came the words, "I got receipts." That wasn't a rant, it was a warning. Soon after, actor Derek Dixon filed a $260 $60 million lawsuit, this time naming Tyler Perry directly, harassment, retaliation, and buried in that filing, Christian Keys, allegedly silenced with money and threats. Suddenly that IG Live looked like a cry for help cut short. And then there's Monique. Long before the lawsuits, she spoke out, and for that she was blackballed by Perry, Oprah, and Lee Daniels. Oscar-winning performance followed by a decade in exile. Tens of millions lost. Trust destroyed. She didn't ask for pity. She demanded truth, but they stayed silent. Just like Allen Payne, he never named names, never called anyone out. He simply disappeared right at his peak. When he returned, something was missing. His presence dimmed, his spark muted. Some called it peace, others saw pain. Fans began to wonder, was he escaping the same machine that tried to crush others? Because when you connect the Dotsky's accusations, Dixon's lawsuit, Monique's exile, a pattern emerges. Speak out, and you vanish, stay silent, and you survive. Allen Payne chose silence, and maybe that silence was the loudest scream of all.